Hey everyone, it's Mace1370. Before we get into the video, today I just wanted to give a big thank you. We hit 100 subscribers, so I appreciate all the support. And we're going to do another LEIF Pack giveaway. So make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and to enter the giveaway, add a comment to this video with your in-game name and Discord handle. So I pre-banned ML Taiwan here, and I've actually experimented pre-banning Falconer Clury. Speak of the devil, the opponent just takes her. It hasn't worked out super well, but ML Taiwan is such an impressive unit, it's hard to, counteract him. They did pre-ban FCC, which is usually a transition into a cleave composition, and I'm not aware of any cleave, team that uses Falconer Clury, so I operate under the assumption that they are going to be making a bruiser team. And since Falconer Clury and Rylet are such a strong, pair, the Def Break at a really high speed, followed up by, a powerful S3 also at high speed, just to take out one of your units right out the gate. I decided to take the Rylet here to prevent my opponent from assembling that composition. And then I go ahead and take Holiday Euphine because that will limit the ability of his Falconer Clury to strip the evasion off of my Remnant Violet.
Let's get this over with already.
The opponent takes ML Crow, indicating that they are indeed going for a bruiser team. He does do AoE damage, but he's not like Jay Kisei or anything, excuse me. He's not going to cleave you down in one turn. They also take Arbiter Vildred. So lots of AoE damage that I have to deal with. Since they took Arbiter, I decided I just need to take ML Haste. He's a pretty simple, counter pick to RB. I take him 99 times out of 100 if there's an RB on the other side of the field. Unless, I know for sure I'm going to ban the RB, which since they still have 2 picks left, I don't know if that's going to be the case or not. So taking ML Haste is a safe pick here. And now since they've put together a fair, offensive team, lots of damage, I decided I need some sort of mitigation, like an Aureus Holder. And they've pre-banned FCC, who's, probably my best one. So I could take, Blue Crow or Adventure Ras, and I decided to go with him. I have him built faster than my Blue Crow. It's nice to be able to have your tanks, at different speeds and set up so that you can respond to threats, in a versatile manner. Since Arbiter Vildred is typically built very fast, I like having a fast tank who can hopefully get up defense buff before Arbiter Vildred can go, and Ras fits that bill. Unfortunately, I don't have him on the best gear. I need to get it better. I think ideally I would want him around 230 speed. So the opponent takes Tempest Surin, so even more AoE damage. He's basically just trying to overwhelm me, right out of the gate. And I'm a little worried because, I first picked 2 damage dealers and he's responding with a ton of AoE damage. So I may not be able to kill him before he kills me. I do get one more pick here so I can, take more mitigation if I need to. He takes Kairon, even more damage. But because he took Kairon here, I think that gave me an opening to take Seaside Bellona. Seaside Bellona counters both Kairon and Tempest Surin really well. Obviously counters Kairon because of the elemental, advantage, and then T-Surin because she's constantly, hitting her with the S2s and chipping her down. And I think this puts me in a good spot because I assume the opponent has to ban my ML Haste. He could maybe ban the FCC. So I decided to go ahead and ban the Crow. I'd be curious what you guys would do in this situation. You can see I'm considering here between RB and Crow. I assumed he was banning Haste, but I didn't want to ban the RB because on the off chance he banned Seaside Bellona, that would be bad for me, right? I wouldn't have Seaside Bellona and I would have ML Haste instead, and he wouldn't have RB. So I decided to take out his mitigation, which could potentially let Tempest Surin get, a lot more turns. Might not have been the right choice, I don't know. Maybe banning Flurry was the right move, even though I took Holiday Euphine. It was a tough decision for me. I'm still not 100% sure what is correct in this scenario. So you can see that the speed tuning really worked out for me. His Falconer Clury goes and then my Holiday Euphine goes. So I think he needs to, bird the Clury, but instead he goes for the Remnant Violet. I don't know if that was a misclick, but I think he should have gone for the Holiday Euphine. And this gives me the opportunity now to use her S3 and push my team up, which is unfortunate for him. Because you can see now my Ras gets to go and put up defense buff before his RB goes, which is really important. And my Remnant Violet, I think, is also poised here to be able to take a turn before RB and prevent RB from getting 2 S3s on me. So I get the defense buff up, and the Tempest Urn actually cuts my Violet there. I don't know how fast she was built, but I thought I saw her before Violet on the speed bar earlier. So she goes, does some damage, but it's not too much. And luckily I'm going to be able to take out the RB here, and this really mitigates, you know, the amount of damage my opponent can do to me. Since I don't really have any sustain, this was very clutch. Thankfully no basket proc. So he gets to S3 here, but I have defense buff up, and I haven't taken too much damage up to this point. And this will give me my first S2 from Seaside Bellona, which is great. You can see Tempest Surin is going to be in execution range here as well soon. She's below 50%, so the next hit will probably kill her. Unfortunately, was not able to proc the Kayron Immortality buff, so I was really worried here he was going to get a kill, and that would extend his immunity. Thankfully, though, he was not able to kill my Holiday Euphine. She's built with a fair bit of defense, I think over 1300, so she was able to take the hit. So I S3 on my Seaside Bellona and effectively wipe his team. RB hangs on, but it doesn't matter because Holiday Euphine can just finish him off. And all he has left is Kayron here, who was able to proc the attack buff, you know, before his immortality was triggered. But and actually here I made a mistake. I should have S1'd on their ass. That was a mistake there. I potentially could have stripped off the attack buff or the immortality from Kayron. So I just noticed that. Whoops. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Later.